I'm Nikki Stone, professional private investigator, and here are my stories. On a stormy afternoon, as the rain fell hard against my office window, I received this call. I remember it so clearly. The woman's voice was full of despair because she was consumed by the deception that her husband was having an affair. This husband, who is very prominent in their community as president of the local bank, had grown distant, and his late nights were becoming more frequent with very, very loser excuses. Yet it wasn't the tardiness that created her doubt, but a suspicious text that she had read from one of his female colleagues. How excited this female colleague was of an upcoming so called meeting. So, as she told me the story, the sadness I heard in her voice was so strong and so full of despair. She shared with me her sleepless nights and how lonely their bed had become. Once full of love and sweet conversations, was now empty. She described how consumed she was by the haunting question of her husband's faithfulness, every hour being marked by heartache, anger, and betrayal. This was someone I really wanted to help, so I decided to take the case. The day my investigation began was a sunny Saturday morning, but there was really nothing sunny about it at all. The day was filled with nothing but lies, as the husband's claim of going golfing was pure deception. His true destination was this swanky downtown condo, home to the very coworker who had been sending those questionable text messages that the wife saw. As I shadowed him, the evidence was very revealing. He left his home and headed to the golf course as he had planned, but instead of playing golf all day, he immediately jumped in an Uber and headed off. What I witnessed as I followed him was a well-planned day of deception. The man entered the building that the Uber had dropped him off at. Shortly after, I see this limo pull up. Next thing, he and this woman jump into the limo together and embark on a journey to a local high-end hotel, their actions speaking volumes of their intimacy and privacy. The poolside scene was literally straight out of a movie. They sipped wine, shared lunch, and then vanished into the privacy of a hotel room for several hours, hidden from prying eyes, of course. Their day together ended in a very passionate kiss, such a clear display of their affair, and then they parted ways in separate vehicles. I documented every detail, my camera lens capturing each moment of the deceitful rendezvous. When I spoke with my client to share the details of what I'd witnessed, my voice was kind and very understanding, knowing the devastation that my words would bring. My client, who now is armed with the proof she needed, was able to take immediate action filled with confidence. I saw her initial despair transform into action. The divorce was swift, and her victory in court a triumph, allowing her to close the door on a broken marriage and move forward in her life.